With sufficient support in the population and the short reprieve that the entrance of the Chinese Empire into the war has brought us, we have changed the conscription laws, and every man, woman, child, and domesticated animal that can walk is now under arms. Unless they are obviously working in the essential war factories, but everything else has pretty much come to a standstill. Which means that we are, once again, actually slowly having manpower. And it also should mean that our divisions are slowly getting their strength back. Unfortunately, this is putting a massive strain on our production output, especially construction speed at this point. Material is not so much of an issue, but construction speed is. So we are still in the process of building fortifications all across the countryside, and we do have a British incursion to deal with here. So we'll get to that. And in fact, actually might have to hold here for now. The British are actually attacking us, so let's begin the counterattack and make sure that we are wiping out these Britons. You can assist here first, and then there we go. And we are sending troops in from Riga as well, so this should be dealt with momentarily. And then we can get back to things. The British, do they have? No, they should be out of supply. No, they're not yet out of supply, but they are being pushed back here. So keep attacking, and then we will finish them in the north. And I think it's just 2 divisions, so yeah, they don't really have anywhere to go, which means we can send this division back to its position in the front lines, and the rest of them is going to clean that up in a quick succession. And that's another set of losses for the British. We're no longer capturing their equipment because we have changed most of our divisions over to be using you can already return to Riga. Most of our divisions have been changed to be using field hospitals now. So these 2 British divisions are very much going to be defeated, which means we can already return to our post in the north, because that is also essential that we are defending that territory. Okay, 2 British divisions, and they should be gone in a second. Make that 1 British division, and it's gone. Okay, and you can return here, and then I think everyone is back in their lines. Yep, I think everyone's back in their lines, and this is all 1st Army divisions, I think. Yeah, these are all 1st Army divisions, but we actually do need to train these at some point. I mean, at least this division can actually go and train. So we'll get them to exercise for now, until there's another naval invasion, obviously. But for now, they can actually train up. That's something I am gonna need to be doing with a couple of divisions actually that are very much untrained, like this one, for example. They can do some exercises. This is a regular. Well, they're not completely trained, but at least they're trained. They're not veterans, but at least they are in decent shape. Okay. Yep. Other than that, we will be. Where are you? You are there. You can train as well for now. You too. Until we are seeing, we've got 1 division. Yeah, that one I'm not yet gonna train. I don't want all 3 of them training. That one's actually regular, so that's all good. Yeah, manpower is gonna take a while to trickle in while we are bringing everybody on board, but we are building fortifications now. So we're working our way through the fortress lines, and we've got We've got most of the divisions in place here. I'm going to move some of them around a little bit. We can move one of these divisions over there as well. While we're building up the fortifications here, but we have supply. We have forts. Well, soon we will have good fortifications, and in one day we can start designing ourselves a new aircraft. The Germans are getting overwhelmed now at this point. Germany at some point is going to bail, which is why I'm already constructing fortifications here along the southern lines. And we've got the modern small airframe and field hospitals too. Perfect. That is going to immediately go towards field hospitals 3. And plane tech. What else can we research? Not an awful lot. I mean, we can focus more on the tank technologies actually at this point and just get these out of the way. The other thing I was thinking is to change our trade laws again, because while we're very short on aluminium, we've got a lot of everything else pretty much, and we don't really need planes all that much. So we're in closed economy, which means we are missing out on construction speed and factory output. So getting back to export focus might not be a bad thing. Although that means no one's reasonably going to trade with us. So for now, we may as well just also leave it as it is. But we can now design ourselves a new kind of aircraft. And that means we can start with the modern small airframe. And this is going to be... Okay, I'm going to have to find a good name for this. I'll be right back. We are going to call that the Typhoon. I have no idea if that's how it's pronounced, but this is going to be an aerial superiority fighter. So we're going heavy machine guns. We could stick cannons in there, but I kind of like the agility. Although the extra air attack might not be terrible. Yeah, I think that's not a bad... Actually, oh, we can actually... Hang on. Can we make that quad heavy machine guns? So... Heavy machine guns, heavy machine guns, heavy machine guns. Can I still fit the dual cannon? Yes, I can actually. Okay, that means obviously we'd need twin jet engines? Hang on, what is it right now? It's just a regular radial engine. This needs to be a jet engine. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just misses the single jet engine. There we go. That gives us 40 thrust, which means we can fit another couple of interesting things in there. Air-to-air radar might be nice. That would decrease the night penalty quite significantly. So air-to-air radar is a good one. We don't want defensive turrets, but we could put self-sealing fuel tanks in, but it's going to use an extra rubber, which we don't have. I'd rather extra fuel tanks might not be bad. That reduces the air defense slightly. Armor plates, however, might be nice, but I do need to compensate because I want the range. So armor plates give us 4 air defense. Self-sealing fuel tanks gives us 6, which costs the extra rubber, which is annoying. But then again, we don't really have anything else to use it for right now. So we might as well do self-sealing fuel tanks and then armor plates into it. That gives 28 air defense, 60 air attack, 1,800 kilometer range. Hang on now. I wanted the range extension. What's the range that we currently have with the Mark II Larka? Okay, that's significantly better. So instead of that, we could also put drop tanks in. That doesn't have the air defense reduction, and it's only marginally worse. Okay, drop tanks it is. So we've got drop tanks, and we've got currently the armor plates in. Although we could change that into self-sealing fuel tanks for an additional 2 air defense. and extra range. Yeah, that sounds good. So we've got self-sealing fuel tanks. We've got the range, the drop tanks. We've got 2,300 kilometer range, which should get us pretty much anywhere we need to go in the European theater. In fact, it might actually even be too much. We could put, well, if we put the armor plates in, it's gonna be. If we put the armor plates in, we're going down to 1,800, which is a bit. I mean, I'd love to have 2,000 kilometers range, because that just means that I can hit pretty much anywhere. Although having the armor plates in for an extra 4 air attack, air defense might not be bad. Yeah. Look, 1,800 kilometers should be enough then. It's the Typhoon Mark 1. Save that. Typhoon Mark 1, modern small air. What the? No. I had that on a jet fighter just now. There we go. That's better. Oh, do I have to save that, don't I? Where was it? There it is. Save. There we go. Okay. Mark 1 Typhoon. I do want to have once we get onto the offensive, but we're going to need a lot of fighters first to get aerial superiority. I'm not so keen anymore to just hit them on the sea, because we can just close the Denmark Strait, and although we can make do with the older seaplanes, but we probably want a ground attack aircraft as well. So let's design ourselves one. And that is going to be the Zyklon, which means it is going to get cast weapons. Now, 8 ground attack for -15 agility, or 15 ground attack for -20 agility. I think the anti-tank cannons are not bad. Let's begin with that. Yes, we are going to use a jet fighter there. That's going to, although that looks a bit wonky, that might be better. And that is going to have a single jet engine. And then we can add a couple of small bomb bays. There we go. And that on a close air support is giving us 30 ground attack. And we are down to 42 agility though. We can't add any more in. Can we add some machine guns in? Yes, we can. So if we've got the machine guns, we've got 2 bomb bays, and we've got the anti-tank cannons. Now, if we were, this gives us a 31 ground attack. So if we were to switch these to, we can't actually switch that. We can only have 2 of them. Okay, so we could have bomb locks, which would be worse. So let's stick with that in that case. So we've got, and really I can't change that anymore to cast weapons. I could change that to bomb locks, but that's going to give us another dent into agility. So I think I'm okay with leaving that like that. Single jet engine should be enough thrust, and then that is naval strike, port strike. We don't need that. This is only for strat bombing, radio navigation for strat bombing, and the A that's just for interception missions. So we don't really need that. We can instead do the self-sealing fuel tanks, or we could do we can do extra fuel tanks, or the drop tanks. Or we throw some armor plates in for more defense, and maybe that gives us 14 air attack for -7 agility. That's 6 for 10. That's 6 for 3. That's 10 for 6. or 14 for 7. I think 14 for 7 is probably decent. Agility is not great on these, but they're hitting reasonably hard. Can we? No, I can't put an additional. I can't put an additional anti-tank cannon in there. Anyway, that's going to be the Zyklon. And oh, we're too heavy. Never mind. What are we going to get rid of? We'll remove that and put another armor plate in. 1800 range. Could put another armor plate in. That gives us more air defense. Yeah. Might work. Or we just extend the range on these things. And I think drop tanks were the way to go. Or we just leave it like that, because we're already at 34 weight. 1800. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it like this. So we've got the Zyklon. And now we are going to change the production lines. So the Mark II Circs this one can stay. We'll just dial it down to just one factory, and then we'll start with building the Typhoons. We're not going to build the Zyklons just yet, but we can put 10 factories into these. Support equipment comes first, although I think we are actually good on support equipment, honestly. Let's dial that down to 5 and prioritize the Typhoons. There we go. And that uses all our rubber and all our aluminium. We just have to make sure that the trucks happen first. And these, we don't actually need that many. In the future, we'll build it up for now, but we'll build it up on. We definitely don't need the Drakons anymore. We've got enough of these things. I'm going to cancel that production line. That gives me 2 extra factories for the Typhoons. And yeah, that'll take a while, and eventually we'll need more rubber and everything. But it's fine. We're ramping up the production here. We can eventually lower the trucks a little bit. And we are good with everything else. We've almost replaced all the infantry weapons. We're just very short on aluminium, but that's fine. That's fine for now. So, very quick look around. Can we do anything for military high command? Yes, him, but we already have infantry export or regrouping. Yeah, we already have a regrouping expert. So yeah, nothing really fascinating here. And in the Navy, where's my Navy? Oh, I don't have a Navy, that's why. Yes, I scrapped it. We have an Admiral, but we can't see him right now because we don't really have a Navy, which is fine. We'll get back to that at some point. So right now it's again the matter of just hold. And we'll wait until the numbers have normalized themselves. I do want, however, one thing I'm thinking to do. We've got 2 divisions here. We can send 1 division up north there. We'll just give you your own little defense line here. Okay, hang on. Let me delete that because there's nobody on it anyway. I just don't want to mess up the positioning. So this division can be a. Okay, can I please have a fallback line? There we go. 1 division there, so they can move already. And I've got 2 here. I'm gonna get 1 there. What I want to do is get the two Marine divisions moved over here, and we'll move them there. And your offensive line is to retake this territory. So can I get 2 Marine divisions onto that, please? Move them off the front lines for now. That should be okay. and we'll just hold on here for now. We've got level 3 forts here, so this shouldn't be too bad. In the long run, what I am planning to do is to get the first army once, depending on how much manpower we're going to get out of this. We should be getting more now that we are recruiting. Yeah, you see the mobilization numbers ticking up. I'm going to get the... Okay, China claims Indochina. It's in the name, sort of. Well, you had Indochina, but yeah, the Allies pushed you back. Oh, China's been pushed back again, and there's another naval invasion. Yeah, I think the Americans are going to overrun China eventually, very unfortunately. Military Police 4, that should help also with the garrisons. So we're done with Military Police. Okay. I think one thing we can do is Mechanized 3, because we don't have that yet. Yeah, the Americans are pushing them back. How are the Soviets holding out? Stalingrad still standing, but the north is what sort of worries me here more. At least they're leaving me alone at this point. But what I want to do eventually is get the first army mobilized along this front here and start retaking Germany, because that's going to be another massive drain. Yeah, you don't want to do that, Poland. That's going to be I mean, look at that. I've got 2,000 defense. That's going to be a massive drain on their manpower as well if we're starting to retake Germany. But it'll depend on. Right now, we're just refilling our divisions and getting them back up to strength. So everybody goes to the front lines immediately, and that's all. That's all she wrote, really. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Germany is going down, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're just finishing up the fortifications on our side here. Because once they're done with Germany, there's absolutely nothing that stops them from pushing back. But I'm looking forward to going on the offensive, and I would really love to start challenging the enemy air. Now, interesting question will be: can we? This is a first army div, so we'll move you there, and we'll move you over here, and we'll just delete that front line. There we go. That gives us an additional assault division here, at least temporarily. Yeah, what was I saying? Yes, I would love to eventually go on the offensive, but we'll have to see how this is going to start looking like in terms of manpower. Because right now the manpower is draining as quickly as we recruited. So we'll see until we have all the divisions refilled. We do have decent stockpiles of equipment. Does any division still have the maintenance company? We're not using this one anymore, so I might as well decommission it. The mechanized never even had. So you get the field hospitals. That needs 1,000 manpower, 40 truck, and 60 support equipment. Yep, that's fine. You get the field hospitals. We're not using the cavalry divisions anymore. The Marines. They don't even have engineers. They need engineers, and they need the field hospitals as well. The paratroopers we're not going to work with. These guys have their field hospitals. There's a naval invasion in Finland. Okay, I do need to pay attention to these things. That's a bunch of French divisions. So let's rush these two divisions north to deal with the French. And already delete that fallback line. That came without warning again, didn't it? They're not going to take the port, but they are going to take the surrounding area. So we do need to rush these. Take the train, please, you two, otherwise you never make it there in time. Yes, they've landed around, so they are going to try and make something happen, but I think these are dug in well enough that we are not going to have trouble here. We just need to rush the divisions north to... okay, can you take the train over here? And you take the train over here. There we go. So get the divisions rushed in place. I don't think they will be able to do an awful lot. As long as they're not taking the port and getting reinforcements going, that's the important part. Yeah, that's 4 divisions now on the ground. Italy, do you mind helping out maybe? This is mildly unfortunate. I might need to pull in additional divisions. How many have landed? I think they've landed a fair amount because they've really just landed south of Vasa. So let's let them recover some organization. But I'm not sure if we can hold the port here, to be honest. We'll see. I might pull troops out of Turku already. How many divisions are south here? Okay, I think for now we'll just move one more north. Are they still naval invading? No, these are not naval invasions. These are just on the ground. These are troops on the ground. They might be able to take Vasa. That's 2 divisions in the ground here that we can't assault just yet. How long are they going to last? Can I last stand this? I might have to. I don't want to lose the port. This is unfortunate because we just started building up our manpower again. But let's begin. Let's begin wiping them out here. No further naval invasion that we know of, and then we can already start pushing them back instantly. So this is going to be costly in terms of war support and everything else, but I think we're managing to hold. So that should do the trick. Yep, now they can regain some organization, and we are already fighting them down on the ground here. We do have the Marines in place now, but they have to build up their their planning bonus first. So how's this looking? Yeah, manpower is still a problem. It's going to be slowly. Why are we at 22.5%? I thought we were at 25%. Or maybe it just slowly trickles in. So they are out of supply, so that should not be too big of an issue. We'll push them back and then deal with the rest. Oh, what's going on here? Attacks all across the front lines. What is this? Dutch divisions. Yeah, I doubt that they're going to get across there. But do we have fortifications there? We actually have level 3 forts here already. So that should not be too much of a problem to hold that across the river. So I doubt that this red bubble is correct there. Yeah, we're starting to see some assaults again here. So if I can get everybody please to counterattack the French over there. Just hold the attack for now, and then counterattack. And we'll support from the north actually, which is getting them out of their entrenchment, but the French are surrounded now, so I just want to wipe them out at this point. And then you return to Turku, please. After that, pronto. And everybody else can stay for now until we've got another another naval invasion to deal with. Yeah, this has held. Okay, they're digging in again, and these divisions are now from these attacks. The divisions are actually ranking up, so that's also a good thing. No further attacks, and we have dealt with the French, so these guys can already return to Turku. Please take the trains, get there fast, and then we will leave one division there, and the other division can, for now, return to Helsinki. Take the trains there as well, please. Okay, and then we've dealt with that. Good, good, good. It's all is dealt with, and we are slowly starting to refill our losses here. Basic medium tank chassis is done. so we can research the 1940 medium. I'm not sure I want to go all the way to modern. I mean, we may as well, but I don't have the industry really to build anything. But we can raise a couple of tank divisions. Maybe that might be quite nice. All right, everybody's back where they belong. Yes, everybody's back where they belong. The French are defeated, and hopefully the losses are within reason. Okay, we will attempt a naval assault on the Americans. Let's. Do I have my planning bonus? Why am I... Plan preparation is not... Okay, why are we not planning? That is weird. They should also entrench here, because they are on the front line. Maybe I can't get a planning bonus for these kind of assaults? Okay, in that case we'll attempt it. We'll see what happens. So we'll assault with the Marines only, and we support with the heavies. And I think that's not an issue for the Marines at all. Yeah, these American divisions are starved and hungry, so I think we can retake that. And then I probably might just leave the Marines there, just for... Well, I don't need to if I hold this position here, but I might leave the Marines. Do I still need the Marines? Yes, for river crossings and such, but yeah, we're clearing that out. Okay, and then we'll clear out the other island, and then that's it. That's the end of this little American transgression there. They are quite persistent. We have an 80% entrenchment bonus. So yeah, please keep it coming. We are building fortifications. Are we still lacking fortifications anywhere? I would like everything to be up at level 3, if possible. That one too. Yeah, we've got them all up at level 3. That's sufficient. And here, same thing. Get these up to level 3, please. Level 3. Are we not actually having a fort? Yes, we have a fort in Memo. Okay, level 3 forts everywhere. That's already level 3. Now it's level 4. This has a fortification that has... this needs to be level 3 forts as well. 3. We've got a level 5 fort over there. This one can be upgraded a little bit still. Same here. Level 3, level 3. And yes, we actually do need to start fortifying the Novgorod region as well. Because we are potentially... Okay, hang on. Naval invasion northern Sweden. Oh, here along the lines. Who is it? The British. Yeah, not gonna happen, I think. Unless they land here, which I doubt. But that's okay. That we can deal with. I was scheduling fortification works along the front lines here. 3 here as well, and the Volkhov region. Because if the Soviets right now, the Soviets are not really a massive problem. But if they fall against the Allies, then that's a bit of an issue. So these positions here as well need to be fortified. There we go. Okay. Many fortification lines. Right, that's a little naval invasion. We've cleaned this up. And these 2 marine divisions, where am I going to bring them? I am actually going to give them, because the British like to assault us here in Riga. And while we're dealing with that, yeah, we're going to get these 2 marine divisions. What are we short of? Nothing. We've got trains, we've got trucks. Supply network is looking good across the country. And we're getting actually 2 repairs now at this point. Polska has been wounded, that is okay. We are not performing any offensive operations right at this point. We are just letting the British run into things. And I think we are slowly starting to build up manpower. which is going to be once we're at the once we have a little bit of a buffer. Hang on, where is this division going? Why are you going over there? You were okay. You get a fallback line here. Okay, you stay right where you are, not on the other front lines, please. Once we have a bit of a manpower buffer, then we can start actually building up the Air Force again. Although honestly, I don't need it just yet. So we might start to rebuild some submarines, because we're just building... what do we have? We've got the Kalev M. One thing we could do is we could start raiding the in the north along the Barents Sea, because raiding in the Baltic isn't happening. And how's our mining situation? I think most of the mines have actually been swept. Yes. So what I'm thinking is rebuilding. Maybe we'll get back to building submarines. I mean, these things were pretty good. They are mine-laying submarines, but they can launch some torpedoes if they have to. They're relatively expensive though, so we could get a cheaper submarine, but it's not as good at mine-laying. So maybe we get the Kalev M's back out again and start mining the Upper Baltic just to sink ships. But I'll let the manpower build up a little bit more, because I do need some manpower reserves, especially if we're going back on the offensive. The Germans are now here, which means we have problems with supply actually in this region. Could you not maybe? I am going to stop Allied supply for the Germans here, because yeah, you're not getting supply. I don't actually have enough supply in the area, so you please either go somewhere else or but don't take my supply. I don't know what you're having with that. Okay, yep. Everything is in a good state. We are starting to see a little bit of manpower coming back. First Army has one division. Where are you stationed? You are here actually. We can train this. Yeah, let's get them trained. And once these divisions are finished training, then they can get back to their regular units. How is our compliance? 52. We're getting close to 60%. I think at this point we have to let's finish off the Unite Karelia, just so we have it out of the way. That slows down our construction a bit, but we don't really have an awful lot of huge projects going on right now. We do have 25 anti-air guns in the Novgorod region, which means we are continuously shooting down enemy bombers, which is going to tick up their losses as well. But yeah, it's all good. One thing we can do is we can have a look at the division design, just keeping an eye on. This is a 26 with mechanized division. Thinking if we put some tanks in there instead of the artillery, but I think the tanks I'm having are not particularly great either. These are just captured tanks, so yeah, we're not doing that yet. They're just they obviously are a little bit better. I think if we compare the templates, these got 900 base defense compared to these guys who have a 460 base defense. So especially in hotspots that get attacked a lot, maybe we can convert some divisions into, like, what would be a good spot? We can start converting some divisions. Actually, what we can do, no, I think better even. What we can do is we can convert convert these divisions here into regulars. So let's get this division swapped into a regular defensive division. There we go. We can get this one here for now, so this one can train, and we can do the same in Helsinki. We can switch that to a regular rifle division. There we go. And that'll instantly drain our manpower, but and the same in Turku. Turku can switch to a rifle division. Okay. Right. Manpower needs to be allocated, but we're working on that. Anybody else who needs to be switched? You can switch as well to a rifle division. And we've got another one here, port guard. They can switch to a... Oh, we've got another naval invasion happening. Oh, yeah, they're instantly hitting us there. Okay, that means I will need to bring the division. It's the Turkish. Well, that's new. Okay. Turkey is landing. That's just one division. The other ones are going to land. But I do have some divisions here that can deal with this. So that seems to be the new fashion, to try and land near Finland. We'll get divisions into place to deal with that. And our manpower is relatively stable. Our war support's still going up now that we're on the defense. And yes, we have obviously defeated that, but the other Turkish divisions are probably going to land here. But I have one division ready to deal with them. Which means I'm going to get this one back into... No. You stay right here. Are they going to... Yes, they're landing. Instantly counterattack. There we go. And we've got a second division coming in just in case, but I think we may actually be able to... No, these are not without merit, these Turkish divisions. So we might just leave both divisions there for now. You can start working on the southern division. And once you're done here, give them fire support for now. Once you're done here, then we'll wipe them out, wipe the rest of them out. Okay. Yep, we do get ourselves some manpower here. Haven't really seen any further major incursions along the coastline, but I would love to change some of these divisions into proper ones. Not training that one just yet. These in the north I couldn't really care less about. Everybody else I think is in a defensive division template. That means they also get the field hospitals, which is another benefit of this. Naval invasion. Okay, yeah. That's just some Danes. I think the Americans have more or less completely left. Are we struggling with the Turks here? Somewhat. In that case, we might just defend ourselves first and let them drain, and then we will counterattack once the attack's over. And counterattack. And you are going to join that as well. Italy, please. We've got improved mines. And do we have anything else to do with mine warfare? Yes, pressure mines. We can research the aerial mine laying as well. How does... do we need... Is that a module? Do we need special planes for that? I'm not actually sure, but I think ships are better. So that's all. We're never going to build anything but besides submarines. So let's keep going on the tank tech here. See that we can build ourselves some better tanks. And we can get maybe a couple of tank divisions into the First Army. That would be lovely. To assist with assault operations. Okay, now we've got 2 divisions here, and then once you're done there, get back there, and once you're done there, just stay actually, because it seems to be fashionable to assault us here at the moment. This division is still waiting for manpower to be allocated. Attack here in the Baltic states. It's the group of French. We're going to push those back without trouble. Did I restart? No, I didn't restart submarine production yet. Yeah, not yet. We'll get there. I want to have a bit of a manpower buffer just in case. Okay. You can actually already get back here. And you can go back to training. There we go. These divisions getting there. Northern Sweden. Oh, okay, here we're now attacking. Move one division north. You guard the port. Let's just move these guys north so they don't land here. It's the Canadians. So everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets a chance to attack us. But I think one division might be trying to land. I don't know if they're landing here or here, but we'll find up there. They're landing there, I think. Not sure. Northern Sweden, Baltic states. Oh yeah, who's it this time? The French. Okay, I think we are now back in. I'm gonna speed this up territory. So we are starting to produce jet aircraft. I don't know how many we are producing just yet. Two per week, which is obviously, given that we have no resources, going to be a bit of an issue, but that's okay. Natus has been wounded, and we can still run the exhort heroism because we are having slight combat penalties. Getting our war support up higher is obviously a good thing. Okay, they have landed there. Kill them. And then return, please. Even though that's across a river, they are encircled. It should not be a huge problem, I think. I hope. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, I think we're back in. I'm gonna start fast forwarding this. The compliance is starting to look good. We're getting relatively close to 60% in the Soviet and Polish territories that we're holding. And we're already at 25% here. Let's check if our operative is still properly positioned. Yeah, that's still the highest resistance here. I think we can start slowly throwing in some. Yeah, we'll throw in some anti-partisan for now. We still have the construction problems, obviously, but we're starting to get a couple more factories as well. So we may as well start. We may as well start doing that too. Exhort heroism, get that up going. Do we have a tank designer? We do have a tank designer. Okay, that just gives us 5% reliability, and that's it. Okay. Anyway, I think that all looks good. So I think for the next episode we'll be getting back. Let's have a last look at China. See, oh yeah, China is in trouble. They're getting pushed on all fronts, and the Americans are naval invading everywhere along the coastline, as they are wont to do. So massive naval action by the Americans. Obviously, once they're done with China, no one's attacking the Soviets at this point. Once they're done with China, they'll get back to us. So I don't really have any kind of hopes that they're bound there forever. But taking China is a whole different proposition. What is this looking like? Yeah, the last remaining Chinese troops are being killed here. And the Guangxi are being pushed back here as well. But yeah, taking China is going to be a whole different proposition. We can't help them, but we can potentially, once this is all in a good state, we can potentially move some. This division belongs on this line. We can potentially start moving First Army divisions over into position here and start dealing with Germany. Does anybody need the territorial force can still take 5 more divisions, so we might start training. Let's just start training 1, and they will go into the territorial force. Yeah, 2 maybe. We'll start training up 2 more. I just want to fill up this front line here because they're a little understaffed at this point. But we can, I think we can actually send 1 division over here. Don't need 3 over there. And 1 other division over here. We're a little understaffed down here now. Okay. So such that I can start pulling the First Army off the front lines there. And then I think we can start taking on the Polish. What does this look like even down here? We've got some British tanks. We might have to start using some anti-tank as well. That would be an interesting production line to start, to be honest, because we don't do that yet. Anti-tank. I do have some captured anti-tank guns, but I think having 5 factories in AT, I've got 2,000 captured anti-tank guns, so for a support AT, that's probably not bad. And then we can start carving up some. Yeah, we can start carving up some German territory and try to retake. We'll see if we can retake Gdansk, push them back all the way to Warsaw, where we already were once. But I'm gonna need a full army in the first for that to happen. So as it stands for now, not really going to be doing an awful lot in that regard. For now, we are just going to hold and work on our compliance, get that all the way up, and unite Karelia. And I'm going to be fast forwarding again in the next episode. And then once we have everything, we just need to run the Unite Finnish identity. Then we get cores on all this territory here, plus I think a couple of other territories. So let's do that last. Let's have a quick look what that actually gives us. So Trøndelag, Nord-Norge, Lapland, Murmansk, Onega, Olonets, Arkhangelsk as well, Tobolsk, Northern Ural, Sverdlovsk. Yeah, there's a fair amount of there's a fair amount of stuff that we can. I think this is all this territory here. Terrain map. Yeah, Arkhangelsk would be here. Yeah, a lot of this territory here, which is, I think, relatively sparsely populated. So it's not a huge benefit for us to take it, but that would still all be our core states. So we can eventually invade that still if we feel like. But for now, I think we're pretty happy with where we are. The occasional naval invasion happening here. They're just going to land there again, so I'm just going to move. But yeah, I'm going to end the episode here for today. Next episode, I will start fast forwarding a little so we can get to the point of seeing the 60% compliance and seeing the impact that has on our recruitment efforts as well. And then we'll keep holding until we can complete the whole thing, and then we retake Germany, we liberate Germany and retake Europe from the invaders. And the last thing, the very, very last thing I'm going to do is I am going to get the first. Where's my jet? Where are my jet planes? I should have a couple by now. Yes, there are the Typhoons. I am getting my first Typhoon air wing up and running, and that air wing can start exercise. Actually, if they start exercising, it's too small at this point. But we will eventually have, and look at the range. Look at the range of these fighters. Yep, these guys are gonna be glorious. And they hopefully can help us wrestle the aerial superiority back from the Allies, and help us with the assault against Germany. But that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.